Hi, I'm Olivia Beaumont. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to show you how to draw this horse. Now in today's video, I'm just going to cover the inking portion, and in a future video, I will show you how to finish off the gold leaf. So let's get right into the materials. You'll need black India ink, a dip pen holder and nibs. I'm using Speedball number 512, various watercolor brushes, cold press watercolor paper 150 to 300 pounds, a container with water, paper towels, and you may also want some newsprint to cover your workspace and a pair of disposable gloves. For this drawing, I feel comfortable drawing directly with the ink. However, you always have the option to sketch it with a pencil first if you're feeling a little unsure. If this is your first time using a dip pen, I highly suggest making some marks on a scrap piece of paper. You'll notice that the thickness of the line is directly responsive to the pressure you exert on the pen. When you dip the nib in the inkwell, just dip it up to the little hole on the metal nib. That little hole is the reservoir for the ink. So I'm loosely drawing the contour of the horse head. Most of my lines are going to be curved lines, and for inspiration, I have some images of horses pulled up on my tablet nearby, but I'm not copying anything too closely. Once I have the basic contour of the horse, I'm going to pick up a watercolor brush. I'm going to dip it slightly in the ink and then in the water. I brush inside the form of the horse, adding a little more water or ink as I fill it in. You don't have to be too precise. You can have fun here, watching the patterns the ink makes as it bleeds into the water. Next up, I'm ready to paint the horse's hair. So I dip my brush in the inkwell and run a dark line along the horse's neck. Now I need a dry fan brush or an older brush whose bristles are a little splayed. I hold the dry brush upright and drag the ink in the direction the hair will flow. Now unfortunately my hand was blocking the view when I painted that part, but you can see the result is these more textured lines of varying thickness. I decided to add a few wisps of hair with my pen for just more texture, varying the degree I press down on the nib for different line weights. When I talk about line weight, that just refers to the thickness or thinness of the line. When you think of the hair in bunches rather than single hairs, you're going to paint fatter lines toward the neck and thinner lines away from the head. Occasionally, a very thin line can convey a single wisp of hair, but you don't need a lot of those. I really like how this horse is coming along, and so now I'm ready to go darker with the ink. My goal is to bring the intense black value up all over, but I don't want to completely lose the flowing patterns that the ink and water create either. So I work in sections, dropping black ink into the wet surface and seeing how it bleeds, then dropping in some more. I like the sharp lines of the contour of the horse against the white paper in contrast to the soft fluid marks made by the ink bleeding into the water. At this point, I'm mostly done painting the horse, and the next step will be to add some splatters inspired by the dust kicked up by a running horse. This is a good time to put down some newsprint to cover your workspace and put on disposable gloves if you have them. To create the splatters, I use a brush dipped in ink and run a finger through the bristles to splatter the paper from an angle. You can do as much or as little as you like. leave the paper laying flat to dry. These ink drawings are so much fun, and I enjoy making several drawings one after another. I just love how the contours convey the beauty of a horse and the direction of the hair conveys the motion. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed drawing this horse with me. But that's not all. If you'd like to put the finishing touches on and learn how to gold leaf, then I will see you in the next video.